Okay, it's April the 6th, and so here is today's update for those who want to be in the know. So we have had a call back from the the oncology connector people, and so Arta has been referred in to the system, and the people that I talked to said that the thing we needed to do next is get Arta a MSP number. That's the Medical Services Plan for BC. So the plan is to move her from Alberta healthcare to BC healthcare. The rationale or the logic for that is that, of course, BC and Alberta have reciprocal agreements and will cover each other's health costs. But if she's here and doing cancer or radiation treatment, it often exceeds 3 months. And then they don't want to have a situation where then Alberta cuts off after 3 months and then she's left with having to cover the healthcare costs herself. So they want her to just move herself onto MSP so that things will be seamless in the healthcare. So that means getting to do that, that means we needed either Arta's passport or her birth certificate, neither of which are here, and her passport has expired. And so there's been a bit of an adventure today, and all hail Maudie. Arta coached Maudie to go down to her filing boxes and to go through them to find a copy of her. It's everyone's computers are bouncing off. If you just hear that's Mary in the background making noises with her computer. So now Maudie has given us a photocopy of Arta's birth certificate. And so now Mary is applying for the MSP number. So then tomorrow I can phone back Joe from the oncology people, and they are getting her moved into the system so that she'll have an oncology visit. At this point, I think the anticipation is still that it'll be 3 to 4 weeks before she's seen by oncology. I think Joe also connected us to Amy from the Pain and BC Cancer Agency, the support and pain management part of that. So now it looks like we're hooked into that. So Mary and I just had a long conversation with Amy, who asked us lots of questions about Arta's health and how she was coping and what drugs she was on and what amounts and how she was responding to things and how much she was eating and how much she was drinking. And a lot of questions to sort of determine if there was a blockage or if there wasn't, or, a lot of those questions. We liked her because she told us we were doing all the right things, which of course only made us happier, and also affirmed that, reminded us of certain kinds of things. If they happen, then we do just go back into emerge if it looks like there is a blockage. They will see Arta 1 week from today. So they've got a scheduled visit for her to be seen by the pain symptom management people in the BC Cancer Clinic. So that's good. That's what we'd hoped for. His name, the guy we'll be seeing, is
Kevin Ware.
Kevin Ware. I think that Steve heard it already. Dr. Wade, Kevin Wade.
Wade, yes.
And so we'll go to the cancer agency at 12:45 next Tuesday to talk to him. Bring all of her meds. She does have an agency ID number, so that's good. They've got that set up. And even though only one person can come in, COVID, they're perfectly happy to have other people phone in. So if Kathy or in fact anyone else wants to kind of link in to that conversation with Dr. Wade, that would be fine. It's not the oncology doctor, it'll be the pain management doctor, but that might give them a chance to kind of look at her belly and start to think about what's going on. That's what my hope is. So that is where we are as of today. Looks like we're getting ourselves hooked into the system. There will be an oncology visit. They'll get back to us on the timing for that. We will get her onto MSP, and there's a visit a week from now with the BC Cancer people. And Amy mentioned a few other things like, the possibility of they can talk more later about nurse visits or other kinds of things that they might do to support Arta in this. And then, okay, what about the rest of you? Other things that we would add in? When she's on morphine, it's a move between us being panicked and being in hysterical laughter. So we were thinking of sometimes when she's on the morphine, it really takes the pain down. But when it takes the pain down, then all of a sudden she remembers who she is. Then the I am Arta reemerges. And then off she is to either organize things or sort them out or go for a walk down the block or maybe go to a yard sale. So we were thinking of getting t-shirts made that say, I am Arta, here we go. So if you guys have other ideas of t-shirt design items.
I just want to tell one quick story. Yesterday, Arta was like feeling way better than the day before. And she wanted to go for a walk outside. And so I gave her the next set of meds, and I brought a glass of water down to the door so she could have a sip of water before we left. And she says, put that water in a water bottle and bring it with us. And I said, oh, I'll just carry it in the mug. And she said, we're walking for half an hour. I said, well, that's fine, but we're walking back and forth in front of the house for half an hour. And she said, well, that's what you think. I'm leaving. And she walked through the door and slammed it in my face. So I had to go running out the door behind her. And I agreed that we could go around the block. But when we were 3/4 around the block and she started telling me, if we turn here and turn here, we can walk down to the ocean, I was like, no, we're not walking down the ocean back to the house. So yeah, she was happy to be outside. And although I mostly let her boss me around, I did put my foot down that we were not taking the 1 hour walk to the beach and back.
A 3-hour tour. All right. So as always, any questions, I'll just post this up to YouTube. Richard's idea is that I'm not going to bother with secret, private, special links. I'm just going to make a playlist there that says Arta. No one in the universe cares. Anyone who cares to watch can then listen in. But I'll post them there and then you guys can listen or not listen when you're ready or not ready. So lots of love to you all and just keep on keeping on. See you later.